In Britain, the power and the glory are kept separate. The Queen reigns rather than rules. Governments come and go, but she endures as the head of state. Her routine is mapped out a year in advance.
New bill.
Every day, she plows through a mountain of correspondence and government papers. Then there are the official engagements. It's a punishing schedule of more than 300 events a year.
Have you planted a tree yet?
Meeting her subjects of all ages.
Do you like being a queen?
Yeah. It's a very busy life.
Yeah.
But
How big is your palace?
My palace is quite large. It has very long corridors to walk down it.
She's the most traveled monarch in history. 261 official overseas tours to 116 countries.
Listen to that crowd.
She's called on Canada 22 times, more than any other nation in the Commonwealth. From the thousands of walkabouts to the royal waves, her rule is she has to be seen to be believed. To be queen means constant security threats. This was never so obvious than in 1979 when her cousin, Lord Louis Mountbatten, and 3 others were killed by an IRA bomb. Then, in 1982, Michael Fagan broke into her bedroom at Buckingham Palace and came face to face with the Queen. There's also been the family's string of disastrous marriages and the tabloid fodder they provided.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
A fire at her favorite home, Windsor Castle, capped off a terrible 1992 for the Queen.
It has turned out to be an annus horribilis.
But the worst was yet to come. In the days after Diana's 1997 death, the Queen was widely criticized for being out of touch, and it pushed her to show a softer side to the British people.
I admired and respected her for her energy and commitment to others, and especially for her devotion to her 2 boys.
Many say it was Diana who forced the monarchy, albeit kicking and screaming, but force it she did into the modern age. Had she not been destined for the throne, the Queen once said she'd be a country lady with lots of dogs and horses. Just watch the bend in the royal steel at a racecourse. She's 86 now, Her Majesty to millions. But to a new generation of royals, she's super grand and a source of inspiration, as 2 of them recently told the BBC.
She's professional, her ability to know how to move around, to who to speak to, and how to also engage with people, within a few split seconds of meeting them.
And the way that she carries herself forward, able to go into a room and bring the room to life, these are the things that at her age she shouldn't be doing, and yet she's carrying on and doing them.
And carry on she will. There's never a moment in her life when she's not the Queen, a woman who pledged her life to the service of her people. The world has changed a lot these last 60 years, but the one constant throughout has been Elizabeth, the Queen.
And as the Queen celebrates her Diamond Jubilee this year, the CBC has invited you, our viewers, to submit your best photos and videos of the Queen's visits to Canada over the years. As you heard, she's visited Canada more than any other country, and you, our viewers, have had a tremendous response. We've included the pictures you have sent us in this interactive portrait of the Queen. And to check it all, you can just simply click on any of the small squares in the Queen's portrait to see some of the most compelling photos we have received. To read more about each of these photos, just visit the Royal Encounters Gallery on our CBC Your News community page, and the link is right there, yournews.cbc.ca. And remember, we're not only the #1 news network in Canada, we're also your #1 network for all things Royal Jubilee. Stay with us, we're back after